What is poppin'? It is a Slapton. I'm but a lowly Slapton riding these DeFi waves, and this is the story of how I got fired from Klima DAO. Alright, so what this won't be is a pity party for me trying to get you guys to somehow support me or lead some sort of revolution and get me back. I don't want to be back. I also don't want you to hate Klima or divest from the protocol or give the Core Council or anybody a hard time because honestly, it is not worth your time and effort, and I'm good. Why I do want to explain this is because I want to be transparent. I do feel like I owe it to you, and because I have received no less than 50 DMs from members of the community saying both thank you, appreciate your service, and asking for what happened. So, hey, this is transparent. This is Web3. I'm going to tell you just exactly what happened without editorializing. I was brought into a community sync, which happens every week with the community. So it was the community team. This one was led by a core member, which was kind of unusual. We knew something was up, and I had a feeling that some heads were rolling. So they said that some of you will not be with us very much longer, and we're going to take back some of your roles and privileges. And that was it. It was very corporate, very sterile, very quick, only lasted a couple minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes. And then after that, some of our roles and privileges were revoked. Some of us were kicked out of the contributor server. That's how we knew we were fired. So that was EJ, me, Pitbullish, and Milk Money. We were removed. And then we got a follow up message from that core member. It was very impersonal, copy pasta of just, hey, we had a reorg, you weren't in the, it's not going to work out, unfortunately, bye. Right? So I just wanted a reason why, because just wanted some clarification. It's just one of those things you wanted clarification. I reached out to a core member, I reached out to people in ops. We had long conversations. I'm going to be honest with you guys, and this is not me saying like there isn't a reason or there isn't a legitimate reason. I truly don't understand. I don't have a very clear understanding of why I got fired, particularly in the manner that I did. To this day, I really don't know, and it doesn't matter. So that's my ultimate answer to the question, like why. I was told something to do with reorgs and budgets and all that stuff, and to be fair, I would have worked for free, so it's just hard for me to believe it was that. It's fine. So I'm gone. It's cool. I've accepted it, and I'm already pursuing other opportunities. There's a ton out there, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity I have for Klima. I'm very thankful for the opportunity that Klima gave to me. I had never envisioned myself working in any sort of Web3 decentralized, let alone regenerative finance protocol. The fact that I do have a foothold in this space is absolutely wild to me. It's been a passion of mine since even before I was a contributor. I was making content in that server, making connections and answering questions long before I even thought it was possible to become a contributor. I remember the night it happened, I was shocked and I was thrilled. I was, and not just because of like any amount of money. I didn't even know you'd get paid. It was just thrilling to be part of this really cool project. It was like fascinating to me. I was obsessed with it, and I made great friends, great connections, and the future's bright. Future's bright for Klima. Future's bright for me. I do have a lot of opportunity, and I think that's the right way to look at it. I probably won't be spending too much time in the contributor server. I haven't been there. I wanted to, and when I first got the can, I did go in there, and it was emotional. It was just like more jarring, and I, you know, didn't even really say goodbye. I was just trying to say in such a way. I was joking around, like, see y'all later. I did get muted for 7 days. I'm not exactly sure why. It was a shadow ban, which means that there's no public logs of it. Nobody knows who did it. The mods can't find any logs, which means it was done at a higher level and no reason was given. And I'm not telling you guys that to, again, raise an alarm. I'm just telling you that's why I'm not in the server and not responding. Some people have pinged. And the other thing I wanted to say is, like, I am still holding Klima. Like, I wasn't able to respond to those accusations because, again, I was banned from the server or muted from the server, whatever you want to call it. I am still holding Klima. I did not rage quit it. I don't think people should at all, based on these sorts of things. You should be looking at these investments as investments. That's way more important than anything else as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, what else is there to say? And I did bring up partnerships, which again probably shouldn't have done in the or in the community server, and part of it was just frustration, and part of it was honestly like, who do I reach out to anymore? Right? I had cut off from the contributor server. I was unsure. I did mention that I was working on partnerships. That actually is true, and I'm not bringing them to Klima, not out of spite, but just out of just pure practicality. The thing is, when you work for somebody like Klima, it's not a TradFi company. There aren't known entities that can sign any sort of contract with you. It's all based on trust. So these are potential partners that I've been mining through personal contacts for the last 3 months. I pulled a lot of favors, pulled a lot of strings to get in front of very powerful people at very large corporations, and I do have an audience with them. And I just can't, in good conscience, I can't go to Klima and say, I'll bring this and trust that you guys pay me, because the trust is broken. And on a personal level, the trust is broken. The trust isn't broken in terms of them as a protocol and viability. I just can't put myself in a position to be let down again. So again, that's the story of that. That's all the loose ends. And hey, it is what it is, man. Life goes on. Life moves in one direction, forward. Like I said, I want to end this on a very positive note. It's been a pleasure being involved as a contributor in the ecosystem at all. I will continue doing This Week in Climate because I like it. I enjoy it. I like keeping up with the information. I like sharing information. It's one of my favorite things to do. I like helping people understand things. And I also will be working with somebody else. Hopefully, we're working it out. And maybe delivering This Week in ReFi. I'll have a little bit more time now to look at other projects and get involved in other projects. And just do kind of a tour of the ReFi space, which is ever expanding in no small part thanks to Klima and Toucan. They both, in my humble opinion, really kickstarted this thing. So they, no matter what happens to Klima, one thing you can't say is that they didn't have a major impact on this ecosystem. And you got to give them credit. You got to give the council and the core credit for that. You can never take that away from them. It's unfortunate how it ended for me, but hey, man, this is way bigger than me. So hey, leave a comment. Tell me to F off. Tell me I deserve it. Tell me whatever you want. I'll catch you all in the next one. Remember to ape responsibly. Peace, dudes and dudettes.